ECDL Advanced Access Lesson 53, Creating Grouped Reports Using Manual Techniques. In the last lesson, we looked at creating grouped reports using a wizard. Grouped reports can also be created without using a wizard. So let's open the Contacts database. Display the current contacts report in Report View. That's the default view. This is a simple listing of data from the Meetings and People tables. Switch to Design View and make sure the Design tab is displayed. To group the report data, click the Group and Sort button. A Group, Sort and Total panel opens underneath the Design window. Click the Add a Group button, then select Subject from the list of available fields. Notice a new area, Subject Header, appears on the form design, and the grouping structure is shown in the lower panel, Group on Subject with A on top. Click More from the group line on the Group, Sort and Total panel to see the other options that may be defined for grouping. Click the With A on Top drop-down arrow and select With Z on top. Now the groups, that's the subjects, are sorted in descending alphabetical order. Switch to Report View, and here we can see this. We've got the unpaid invoices first, then prospect, then courses, etc. Now that we've seen this, let's switch back to Design View. In the Group, Sort and Total panel, click on the More button again. Click on the down arrow next to Without a Foot section, and select the option With a Footer section. Another new area, Subject Footer, appears on the form. Group totals could be defined here. Click the drop-down arrow just next to Do Not Keep Group Together on One Page, and select the option Keep Whole Group Together on One Page. Click the Add a Sort button and select Company from the list of available fields. Within each group, records will be sorted alphabetically by company. In Design View, move the Subject field to the Subject header. Remove the label and increase the font size of the Subject field to 12. So, Home, change the size to 12, and make it bold. We now want to apply a special effect of shadowed. So, Design, Property Sheet. We're looking at the Subject field. Click on the Format tab within the Property Sheet, and then for Special Effect, let's change it to shadowed. Let's now resize the field and then save the report as Grouped Subjects. Change the view to Print Preview, and now we can preview the report. Note the number of pages. We're on page 1 now. Page 2, page 3, page 4. That's the end. If we go back to the first page, notice that all the records for each subject are grouped together. Return to Design View. Double-click on the bar across the top of the subject header section to show its property sheet. Select the Format tab of the property sheet and set the Force New Page property to Before Section. So now each group will start on a new page. As an aside, page breaks can be forced in any section of a report by selecting the section and setting the Force New Page property in the property sheet. OK, let's close the property sheet and preview the report again. Notice how each group is on a new page, and also that the number of pages has consequently increased. Unpaid invoice, those for prospect, courses, contracts, which spills over to a second page, components, catering contract, and now we find that this is 7 pages as opposed to the 4 we had before. OK, close the print preview and close the report and save it when requested. Save any changes made to the database, and at that point we've reached the end of lesson 53, in which we've learnt how to create reports using manual techniques. OK, the next lesson will be on the topic of sub-reports. I hope this is still making sense, and I look forward to seeing you next time.